Welcome to our new Year 7 and your families, and it's a delight to see you at Sandringham School. We'll be together in September. Unfortunately, we can't be together at the moment, but I'm sure this will be a pretty good substitute. On the 8th of July is normal secondary transfer. Unfortunately, you can't come into the school then, but Mr. Davis, your new performance director, and Mr. Kemp, who's assistant head teacher at the school, will be doing more material online for you to use to get you ready for your start in September. My name, of course, is Mr. Gray. I'm the head teacher at the school. So we're at the start of a 7-year journey, and it's important that you understand that. You will graduate in 2028, either going to university or starting college, or maybe starting the world of work. A bit about the ethos at Sandringham. I'm sure you're well aware of this, but we have an attitude whereby there are literally no limits. You can achieve anything if you put your mind to it, and that the way of approaching life is to say, yes, I can. So if you can remember those two things, they will help you get through your life at Sandringham and beyond. The standards and expectations at the school are no different to many other schools and your junior school at the moment. Attendance is really important. If you're not in school, then we can't do our job of teaching you. So we do expect 100% attendance, unless of course you have to go to the opticians or the dentist or whatever during the daytime, or there may be a few other things that you have to attend during the school year. Behaviour is something which we work very hard on at the school. We want to make sure that you're safe and secure, that you really enjoy your school, you're happy here, and of course we do that through our behaviour policy. So please take time to make sure you're familiar with it. The rewards that we have, and we reward you 9 times out of 10. In fact, there are many students who go through the school and all they get are rewards all the time, and that's very motivational. But we do have some sanctions, we call them consequences, and that's to help you remember about things if you do get it a little bit wrong and move forward. The quality of teaching is really important. We pride ourselves in having the very best teaching staff and support staff here to help you through your journey at the school. And you will find this quite different to when you were at junior school, because you won't just have one teacher teaching you. You may have upwards of 12 in year 7. However, the standards should all be the same. They're all experts in their field and they will excite you, and you will have a really good time and learn a lot at the same time. Our core values are there in front of you, the 3 R's, which we all follow, and our values and vision, which is that everybody can be somebody at Sandringham. And we really want that to be the case, so that by the time you do graduate in 2028, you are clearly someone who's different to where you are at the moment in your learning journey. We divide the school up into year groups, but also houses, and there are 8 houses in our system. You can see them there, and you will end up in one of those houses and stay in that house in your time at the school. The house system is used for a variety of things, including fun events, sporting, spelling, you name it. There are more house events going on each year for you to enjoy and take part in. Bring your own device is another key aspect of what we have at the school, and this has been here for many years now. So you will have your own device, and this will be integrated into your learning. Teachers are very good at doing this. You'll need to make sure it comes fully charged at the beginning of every day, and that you have the apps and other things that are required loaded onto it. But we'll tell you more about that when you come to the school. Uniform is a key feature of Sandringham, just like other schools. We're very proud of our uniform and the way that it's worn and the way that it shows you are a member of the school community. Examples are there, not just of the normal school uniform, but also the PE kit that you will be wearing when you're doing sports activities. We also have PE kits now for dance and drama when you get older, when you're doing those subjects, and you'll be able to see that on the website and learn about it from the school as well. It is important you have the right uniform before you start at the school. Our uniform supplier is Stevenson's in town. They're really helpful. They'll be able to make sure that you come in the right attire on day 1. Just tell you a bit of story about the uniform. I remember one year, many years ago, a little lad who was joining Sandringham, and his mum told me that he was so excited about joining that he actually wore his uniform on the evening before and slept in it. Will that be you? Communications. So it's very important that we as a school communicate with you, and it's very important that you as families communicate with us. So we have many ways of doing this. Obviously our website is a key feature of what we have. We have a weekly sandprint that's sent out now electronically, and you can receive it on your phones and read that when it's convenient. We have Twitter accounts. I think we have an Instagram account now, and we have parent mail, just to name but a few. So that's the way that we keep in touch with you, and that you can keep in touch with us. Getting to school. So the vast majority of you will be living very locally. That's the nature of the school. We're incredibly popular, highly oversubscribed, and so the majority are within walking distance. So we do encourage you to walk. It is part of our sustainability plan. We prefer to save the planet. It's good for you, it's healthy, and you get an opportunity to have a chat whilst you're coming into school and going home. Some of you, of course, will prefer to cycle, which is absolutely fine. We've got a large number of cycle sheds available for you to use, but you do need to wear a helmet and obviously respect the cycle restrictions about where you can cycle and be safe on the roads. There are some of you who will need to get coaches, particularly if you're from the villages in Wheatamstead and those coaches are running. And of course, some of you may have to get here by car if you have a problem or you're coming later on in the day or whatever. But the vast majority will be coming in to school in a sustainable way. Now, the first board of call for you will be your form tutor. So every young person in the school, including Year 7 when they join, will be in a tutor group. You'll have a member of staff assigned as your tutor, and their job is to look after you. They will know you best. They'll be your first person that you speak to. They'll be on the Peak District trip. You can see there a picture of Peak District. And the same with families. If you need anything, they are the first person that you should contact. So make sure you get to know your tutor. They will get to know you very well, and they will hopefully see you all the way through the school, certainly up to the sixth form, possibly into the sixth form as well. Your well-being is really important to us. We want you to be happy and to be successful, and this is really important. Obviously, we can do an awful lot at our end. We can make sure, as I said, it's a safe place. Bullying is minimal, if non-existent, that you can go wherever you want to go to without being harassed or anything like that. That's really important. Of course, your lessons will be exciting and invigorating, so we want to make sure that that happens as well. And as a result of being successful, and you will be successful, you'll be more happy than you would be otherwise. So this is an important part of the school. You as families have a role to play in this, to make sure that if there's anything that's troubling you, you let us know straight away. We will be doing regular surveys to see how you're feeling, and that will feed back into the system to see what more we need to do. So that's a critical part of being at Sandringham. And of course, we're starting in September. At the moment, we're still waiting for the government to confirm all of this, but we are fully expecting to be open and you will be in school. And we're hoping that there will be no restrictions in place by then. If there are some restrictions, we'll make sure that they're sensitive and they cater for you and that you can still have a really good time. So this has been just a very brief introduction to Sandringham from me as head of the school. The detail will be following on the 8th of July. On that day when you would normally have been in school, you'll still be at your primary school, but in the evening we'll be releasing on our website the talks from Mr. Kemp, who is the assistant head as I mentioned, and Mr. Davis, your head of year. We will also be releasing the tutor group list so that you can see who you have been teamed up with and who your tutor is. You'll be able to see videos from each of the tutors. Obviously you would look at your own one, but you can look at the others as well if you want, and there'll be other information in the evening on the 8th of July. And we think that will be a very good way of getting you ready for the school, even though you are not here. I understand that as of today, there are almost all of you have signed up for the summer school, and this is an initiative that the government have brought in. We think it's absolutely the right thing. So they're providing funding so that it doesn't cost you anything. You can come into school for a week, and you will, during that week, get to know key people in the school, get to know the site, and do some fun activities, and get to know some other people that you will be then starting Sandringham with in September. So we think that will be a very good substitute for the secondary transfer day. And then, of course, we will see you in September on that first day. You will be beginning school on your own, just as Year 7, and there will also be just Year 12 in school during that day in the morning. And we think this is a good way of starting so that you don't have the other students there at the start. You'll be able to roam the school, be shown around, and find your way without others in the way. So I think that's everything from me. I really look forward to you starting and to getting to know you better. I will be going on the Peak District trip with you in September, so I'll get to know you then. And of course, as I said at the beginning, this is the start of a 7-year journey. Welcome to Sandringham.